Are you tired of buying body lotions that have so many ingredients that you can't even pronounce and preservatives? Well, I found this great body lotion. I'd love to show you how to make it. I'm going to start with the ingredients right now. First, we start with distilled water. And then we start with our carrier oils, which I today am using jojoba and rosehip and coconut oil. And then our butters for today, I am using shea butter and cocoa butter. And an optional ingredient is the vegetable glycerin. This isn't an optional ingredient, the emulsifying wax, grapeseed oil, and vitamin E. I guess I should put my glasses on as I can't read the labels. Here we go. So, and a really important is one of these taking your temperature, laser temperatures, and I'll explain that more in a little bit. But let's get started. I'm just going to put on my apron so that no oils get on my dress. To start, you're going to need 2 pots, one with a lid and a double boiler here. All I have here is a pot with a big measuring cup inside with water, and there's a mat on the bottom to protect it. This is going to be for our ingredients, and this is for the distilled water. I'm starting with 1 cup of distilled water, and we're pouring it into the pot by itself. Now that, we put a lid on it, and we're going to start it. There we go. And we're just going to let that heat up while we do the next ingredients. Okay, while the water is heating up, 2/3 of butters and carrier oil. So in this one, I have coconut oil, jojoba oil, and rosehip oil. You don't need all of these oils, but I just like to put them in. And then for my butters, I have cocoa butter and shea butter in this one. And that is 2/3 of oils and butters. And then my next one, 3 to 4 tablespoons of emulsifying wax. I'm going to put 3. There we go. 3 to 4 tablespoons of vegetable glycerin. I put 3 in right now. We just need to keep stirring it until it becomes a liquid. As you can see here, we've got a little ways to go. You don't want this bubbling or boiling, you just want this on medium heat to melt everything. It's almost fully melted, but we just have to wait until it's all liquid. Okay, it's all liquid, we're ready for our next step. Now this is where this awesome gadget comes in place. To be able, whoever told you that you can't mix oil and water has never made body lotion. The trick is that you have to get both the water and the oils at the same temperature, which is 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So I love this because you can just take a quick reading. Oh, 156. That's getting close. Let's see what this is. 165. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the heat of the water. I'm going to take the water off the burner, and once this gets within 5 degrees of each other, you got to keep doing this. I am looking at this and the water to make sure it doesn't go below. So it's at 160 right now. So we have, this one has to go down 10 degrees and this one has to go up about 10 degrees. Okay, it's at 145. We're getting close. Okay, this one's pretty much ready. It's 153.9. Let's look at this one. 142. There we go, 153. And here we go. Okay, now we're ready to pour the water. I'm just gonna turn this off, the burner. Now they're both at within 5 degrees of each other, so I'm just going to start pouring the water in. Woohoo! And there you have it. Let's mix it. Okay, now that it is cooling off here is when you can pick out the vitamin E, and the vitamin E acts as a natural preservative, and you can do grapefruit seed extract, and this acts as an antibacterial. So for this one, you need 10 drops of grapefruit seed extract, and then for the vitamin E, I put 3 teaspoons in. Okay, I'm going to take this out to cool it down even more, and I'm just going to put it right here and let it cool. And normally, this is when you could put the essential oils in, but because I'm making a personal batch, I'm actually going to put the essential oils in when I put them in the containers. So that is not how everyone does it, but that way you get to choose which essential oil you want. This is very, very small batch. Okay, so we're just waiting for it to cool. And it's going to be a little bit to cool. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes when it's nice and cool and we can put it in the containers. It is now cooled down, so I'm going to add it to the bottles, and then I'm going to put the essential oil. So the first bottle I'm going to use is just this glass jar, and we're just going to pour some in, and we don't want to go all the way to the top because it's going to harden and I think it expands a little bit. Okay, so I'm leaving some room at the top, and for this one I would like to put some peppermint oil in. I'm going to put in 20 drops of peppermint oil. And then we close the lid, and we're going to give it a shake every once in a while. So for this one, it is a little harder because the hole is so small. So I've come up with one of these. And you have to do this before it hardens too much, or else it is really hard to get into the bottle. So I'm just going to fill this up. Oops, first I gotta push it down. There we go. Perfect. And then I'm going to put it here and push it in. Good. Okay, and I've left about 1 centimeter at the top because it is going to expand as it gets thicker. Okay, and we're going to keep shaking this every 5 minutes or so. For the full batch I did, the essential oils, you've got to watch and calculate how much. You don't want to put too much essential oils in. For this batch, because I doubled it up, it would be between 60 and 80 drops, but that is for the full thing if I were to put it in there. But because I am putting it in individuals, now you've got to calculate. And this one right now, I am going to put 20 drops of lavender in. Perfect. And then we'll keep shaking it until it is nice and cool. So shake again. I'll take the time to shake this one again, and then I will do another one. And the other one, I think this time for the other one, I'm going to do that's peppermint. I'm going to do rosemary for this one. Okay, so we're going to take this one out and start on this one. And this is a slow way, of course. If you are making multiples, this is probably too slow, but I'm not making multiples. I'm just making one for myself and my sister. And because this doesn't have all the preservatives that normal creams have, it does have a shelf life. So if you don't use it in, I don't know, 6 months or so, I would start all over again. So only make enough that you're going to use in the 6 months because it's fresh. Again, I've left about 1 centimeter at the top there, and then I'm going to put 20 drops of rosemary. And there we go, and then we shake them again. And shake this one. They're still not thickened up because they're still a little too warm, but they will thicken up, and I will show you when they're ready. So I have a little bit more here, so I'm going to get another glass jar and fill that up. I have another glass jar, and I'm just going to pour the rest in there. Yay! It fits perfectly. Gotta say, also, I've done them without essential oils, and I actually really like the natural smells of the oils and body butters without the essential oil. So that is a good option too. Okay, and we're shaking. Shake, shake, shake. And I'll be back when they are ready to show you that they're done. So I'm still waiting on these in plastic bottles. I'm still shaking them. They haven't cooled down quite as quickly as the ones in the glass bottles. The glass bottles are ready to go. And I'm just going to show you. And the bonus about making your own stuff is then you can make your own personalized gift baskets for friends and family. And that's everything for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you had fun coming along with me to make some DIY body lotion. See you in the next one.